everyone and welcome. Today we are very lucky. We have the winners of the season 11 of the Siege Battle Tournament, Aftermath EU. We thank you for coming here today. And as you won first, congratulations. We have a token, a medal of honor.
Come to a smiley.
Wow, what should we cooperate now?
So today we're gonna use them for, of course, theory crafting in Siege Battle, but as well fun and mini games. And start first with some theory crafting of offenses, but with a handicap. You know, like the meta defenses or popular defenses. How would you attack defense like Miyang, Eshir, Monte, but you lost a bet and you have to lose Ramagos in the team?
It's easy.
Yeah, it's actually easy,
Ramagos
right?
double revive.
No, you got Ramagos and the Dark Delphi, right? So you actually can use Ramagos without him getting hit.
Big brain.
Otherwise you just have to hope for him to get like montage, right?
Or you can fake, you have to go back to work and wait for someone else to hit it. Does it work?
It works in a given.
I feel like we're missing Lucian there.
Yeah.
No, we can't
I don't
Ramagos.
think Lucian fits Ramagos, to be honest.
How is it usually when you have to theory craft offenses? Like who work on the theory crafting and who makes the final choice like it's a valid offense?
A lot of people have ideas, right? We have some people that like invest more time in it, or some people that are just better with like theory crafting, I guess. Usually like our older members come up with like offenses fairly quickly.
It's a guild effort for sure. Everyone is working on it to some degree and people just come up with ideas and try it out. And I guess everyone is kind of deciding on whether it's a good counter or not.
Before offense is finalized as a good one, it needs proper testing, at least like 50 plus tests. You can say after like five wins in a row, you can say like it's a good offense, it's super safe, because you need more tests to see have the worst case scenarios happen and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we usually ask our best accounts to build the defense that we want to try, and then we usually it's gonna be the same people testing like the bruiser stuff, and then another group is gonna test the cleave offenses on it. A way to a good testing is done on the defense to see if it's any good for us or not.
So the final take on Miyang, Eshir, Monte with Ramagos. What do you decide?
You said Ramagos, Tilasha, and
And
Reviver.
Reviver, yeah.
Yeah,
Like Michel.
yeah, should be decent.
Can work.
That was too easy. And second try to use the brain. It's like a popular defense, Tiara, Noah, Theomas, and you need to use Shi Hou.
Kris would say Lushens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you have Dova Lucian,
Yeah.
I mean, if you have Shi,
That's right.
because of,
Yeah, it's right.
I mean, a lot of Noras are Vio, so
How many illusions do you have built?
10, of course.
And you, others?
10.
It depends on the account.
Yeah. Some
Everyone
of us don't cleave
that
to it.
doesn't have 10 Lucian is not dedicated enough.
I agree. I completely agree.
or like not crazy enough.
I think most people should have like 4 or 5 Lushens.
How many dupes units do you have? What's the most dupe you have except Lucian?
Want to talk about your Lulus and subtitles maybe?
How many Lulus you have?
I have 9 Lulus, 8 Vigors, 8 Elusias, 10 Windies.
He's really
He's
dedicated.
living in 2 dungeons.
I mean, he said he was siege-focused player earlier. So.
And in the tournament in itself, so because it was a few weeks ago, but it's still fresh in your mind, who was the toughest guild to face and why?
Yggdrasil. Yeah, it was the first match we played, actually. So round 3, which would be a quarterfinals. And yeah, it was actually the closest match because they did some weird strategy. They completely ignored the strongest towers we had in the front. They just went for backlines and they farmed this. So yeah, they ended up with like 18k points or something like this. Like, it was really
Well, but we also didn't put our strongest defenses in this round.
yeah, of course. But
And that's important to say. We were like
they played with it. So.
trying to hide stuff for the more important matches. And it actually got really close in the end. So we were sweating a bit.
And they played really well, right? Because
And obviously they played
because
really well.
usually with these kind of kills, you see towards like 2/3 of the siege, they start losing, and that's when we take over. But that taking over didn't really happen until really the last point.
which guild did you prepare the most for, or you feared the most?
In the answer is pretty clear, right? It's AF Legends. They won the tournament 3 times in a row.
No, I would actually say both Legends and Doubt. Because I think Doubt is pretty scary.
They have like pretty good accounts, and most people there are like really experienced with Top Siege. They have been here for a few years. So this kind of guild, like they are the great LD units as well. That would be scary on defense, because usually people will come up with like new defenses, and you need to theory craft new offenses right at the start. So it's a bit stressful to get these sieges.
What was the most successful defense actually?
It's tricky to say because we have lost hiding, right? I would say based on the numbers, I would actually say our Kiki defense, Kiki Nora Manon, because we had like 3 of it and we spammed it the most, so usually it should be the best one.
I mean, 85 deaths in general, right? Because
right now 85
Pinky got quite some wins on the Tianlang.
But it's really hard to say for sure because like everyone hides losses, right? We don't really know what is working. This is kind of our...
You can sort of guess sometimes.
Yeah.
Because with some tools you can see how many swords are left and when they are using swords and stuff like this. And when a tower they should be retaking like pretty fast, is up for like 40 minutes. You can pretty much guess there were like defense wins.
And what did you struggle the most against?
Probably in the finals, I would say.
It was first.
No, the Sylvia defense.
Sylvia defenses from
Sylvia, Leo, May, Kinky.
Yeah.
They didn't use it much in the beginning. They just in the middle of the siege, they threw the tower at us once, and then they didn't keep using it for some reason. But I think they would have done way better if they kept spamming it.
They spammed it. It was
It was really good.
But was it close the score in the final? It wasn't, right?
No. We were pretty far ahead. Like they had a huge amount of losses. We talked to some of the Legends lead yesterday, and he was like, they probably lost like 15 times at the start, and then it was they were so demotivated already, right? If you start in such a huge deficit, it's tough to keep positive, I think.
I think we had like 15 loses at the end.
Yeah, we had
the whole siege.
I think
they had like 32 or something like this, like close to.
And then now in the guild, who is kind of the safest bet for offenses, like the strongest guy when there is a tough tower to hit?
Jet. Last season he lost like 2 offenses. There are some fights where you just can't do anything. Even if you bring like the best offense with the best runes and everything. Nowadays it's mostly like Monte defenses. For people who play in Siege against Monte, you know, can be like pretty tricky sometimes. Even if you bring like the best offense possible, you can get like hold pretty easily.
And so why are you not all like him?
I'm lucky.
Okay.
No, I mean he's like probably the most invested player in the, like he's always running every offenses.
He's very dedicated.
Yeah,
it's also really smart.
I don't think we have anything to say about these offenses. Like, some people will be like kind of lazy when running and not use the proper artifact and stuff like this. And Jet is always using the proper builds on good runes and stuff like this.
He's also one of the best theory crafters we have, right?
Yeah. But guys, I have to disagree. Best offense player when we need to kill something urgently, we just call Kris.
Lushens savior.
All he does to say.
Is there someone in the guild who has idea and is convinced it's going to work, and he tries to give the idea to the guild, and you're like, no, it's not going to work, man?
I mean, it always happens sometimes.
Because we had Stapin back in Light Hope. He was using.
Now we have him.
Now we have him, yes.
Oh wow! Okay.
Trust me, it's safe.
So that's what I was thinking about.
We have a leader filter for him.
He's not doing this yet.
Yeah, he tried to push the Sirapra.
Yeah, I was thinking about this offense.
Yeah, he still uses it.
Oh my god!
I don't know how it wins.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It somehow wins.
And I think what you just said, Krotos has it sometimes. So like we always also do arena rush together, and sometimes you're like, yeah, just use it. I'm like,
You just think about it, and then you even test it, and we're like, dude, no, this doesn't work. It's shitty.
you don't want to test it, but because he's so convincing, you're still testing it, and then realizing it's not good.
So I have a question, because you are like a Siege dedicated player, or it's like your favorite content. What makes Siege so special for you, or why do you like it?
For me, of course, it's theorycraft besides between defenses and offenses, and Being top 1 guild requires a lot of effort.
That's something to do with like a group effort, putting a lot of efforts into preparing for tournaments. And when you get rewarded, it feels really nice. Like at the end of the day, on the finals, when we are all on Discord and we know that we won, like, yeah, enjoyable. It's very good.
Did you all meet before? Or did you meet just yesterday after Europe?
No, I think it's like half people we met before in like other like tour of Europe in Paris, for example. And
Actually, for me, it was the first time being at an event and meeting these guys. Of course, we knew each other through, Summoners War, of course, and
Discord.
Discord, yeah. But yeah, for me, it was the first time.
Same for me, first time.
So how did it feel for you to meet all the others in person and each other?
It was really nice to see all the crazy people.
Were they exactly like you imagined them, or were there like surprises and you thought like,
No,
I think we knew each other pretty well already through Discord. Of course, it's different if you meet in real life, but it was as expected, I would say.
So how is it actually when you're talking about also other top 10 guilds, for example? Are you staying most likely with communication and friends within your guild, or are you also having friends and communicate with other guilds?
Like it's kind of like different from person to person, right? Like everyone has friends in other guilds.
I don't have friends.
we keep this.
It's fine.
So it's fine.
I'm your
We can be
friend.
friends. No, I think it's like case to case.
What about spies? Do you have spies in other guilds?
This spy topic is kind of a thing, but
Rosith is
actually, like,
now.
What do you mean? Not by anyone.
we sent Rosie to Yggdrasil, so
I'm just an innocent person, not looking for any trouble.
How long were you at Squad?
I think it's my first like top siege guild that I joined when they introduced siege battle. So I guess they introduced it like in 2019 or I would say or 20. So it's been like 2 years and a half since I joined only 2 seasons ago in after Met You.
Exactly. You were also, Kris, you were also very long at Squad Zero, right?
Yeah.
How long?
I think we've been guildies for several years in Squad Zero.
No, you mean brothers.
Yeah, brothers in arms. Actually
know.
beating these guys.
Yeah, I want to say, I think Squad Zero, as we know, is always recruiting, right? But how did they manage to poach you and to get you finally into Aftermath?
I think in the end you just want to have fun, so you either join people, like your friends, the guilds. Like us, we're all competitive, so we like to win. So I think it's the one big factor. If one player is not investing anything in Siege, so it's kind of frustrating for us. That's why I think in the end we're all in the same guild, because we want to be competitive and in a good environment. So that's why we're all here now.
On this, I have actually a question, like with the leaders also. I mean, leading is really like sometimes babysitting, right? You're running, especially with Seed. Because, I mean, the thing is like, I was also leading actually with Veldo for 3 years, like a guild. And I was always like wondering, you have to, people say, yeah, I will attack, I will be there, and then no one is there, you have to poach them and everything. How is it like in a top 1 guild? I mean, are they always on point? You don't have to run after anyone, because everyone is so motivated.
No, really depends, I would say.
No, it's not, and it's not always like that. Like definitely, you have to run after some people. Like for sure, that always happens.
What happens when someone kind of feeds or like use a troll offense? Do you publicly shame him, or what do you do?
Yeah. No, honestly, like we are kind of open and direct with the feedback. Like if they throw, they get called out.
So I know that actually you guys are quite active in guild chat and you love memes, like everyone loves memes. Yes. And I got like someone sent us some memes of you and I would like to talk with you about them. Like,
who would that be?
So let's look at the first one.
Oh, the infamous.
Please tell us the story behind.
Yeah, so I think this was the season 3 final?
Yeah, season 2 or 3. I think it was 3.
Season 3, AFEU against Squad Zero. Me and one of my fellow leads had a great idea to run Clara, Vigga, Ayuno as a defense. We thought it was so smart. It wasn't. It was really, really bad.
Why the truck?
Oh, it's a tractor. It's a blue tractor. That's supposed to be a blue tractor.
This defense got like 1 win the whole siege.
I mean, we were in squad at that time. We were really happy with that defense.
That was like the biggest surprise, but in a good way for us when we saw that.
Moment like noobs.
Well, we were expecting twins because twins was really strong. Martina, Shaina, Triana. We were expecting them to do that. And then they come up with the Iunu defense, and I think we figured it out in the first 5 hits, and then didn't lose against it the whole siege.
Oh.
I mean, you can actually see most of the memes evolve around me.
I would use that offense.
I'm pretty sure you lost because the offense is horrible.
Yeah, I lost.
It's really bad.
What do you mean?
It's really bad. Also, I really hate Leica. Like everyone knows, I despise Leica.
Leica is really good.
It's
not,
a really
not
bad
in Tundana and Juno, but it's really good.
Really bad.
Like as Molong tank?
Yeah, Molong tank.
Leica is a Molang tank.
Vigor tank as well.
I might have been pretty mad at that point that he picked.
I love this face.
Yeah.
It's so good.
But it's a classic. I mean, it's a classic now, right?
Like, so we usually have like specific towers which we use to like we down them to 1 defense to get people contribution, and like some people like to mark them so the leaders come to contribution.
We like to troll David. That's one thing we really enjoy in this guild.
Yeah, so it's just another free-for-all meme. People love free-for-all. They hate waiting for targets.
I take the side. I'm the FFA guy.
It's actually not that bad anymore. Like, I think by now people just don't like to attack.
As much as David likes Blackland Towers.
Oh yeah, backland towers are nice. I can use like my presets and all of my LDs and usually lose like 2 or so.
Yeah, it works well every time.
It works well, like my Lucifer offense.
And it's getting more and more LDs, right?
Yeah.
But it seems you have a lot of fun in the guild.
Yeah, we like to make fun of each other.
Yeah, a lot.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So who's the funniest member?
Me.
Obviously.
Didn't even hesitate.
Do you all agree?
Yeah. No.
What do you mean?
The funniest member you know, no shot.
Funniest member.
I mean,
actually,
to make fun of, yes.
I mean, same.
What do you promise to new recruits? Like, how do you approach them? Like, hey, come, we're nice.
Oh, it's easy. They get the Kiki treatment when they join.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, basically, Rosith joined, he got a Kiki. We had Sankov, he joined, he got a Kiki. Well, that's actually it already.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good already.
I mean, I got my first 85
Jimmy.
here, right?
Like, we lure them, we tell them, yeah, you're gonna get an LD5, it's fine, you always get. And then Raven got 1, Noble got 1, like, Noble got like 5 now.
I have 3.
Yeah.
Always
same,
Noble.
same.
Always Noble.
Oh,
No, but
okay.
how do we lure them? You don't really. Like,
Then you're...
You just lure them with K-pop.
Yeah, with K-pop.
Ah, yes. I mean, this is actually a question on recruitment. Like, at some point, it's really important. Yeah, it's a really important question. Like, we ask them if they like K-pop.
You do?
Of course we do, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we do.
And then, if someone doesn't like K-pop?
Good luck for your next game.
Good luck.
Are you sad that the twins are out of meta because you cannot use the K-pop skin?
I mean,
you
we can
got-
use Sylvia, right?
Yeah,
We're using
plenty
Sylvia.
of K-pop skins in the game.
Leo May.
Oh, yeah, Leo May. We should use Faye again.
It's gonna be Camilla meta now. You can use that skin.
True.
Would you like us to do a collaboration with a K-pop band?
Yeah.
No promising.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't promise anything.
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah. Twice promised. Blackpink, it's all good ones.
Then you make everyone into K-pop and
Yeah.
good.
I mean, the more K-pop people we have.
And girls.
Maybe you should get some real girls in your... What does a guild mean in general for you? Like being in a guild and the community?
For me, I really like this guild, right? I mean, it's just like we all share
Common
pretty
interests.
similar interests, right? In Siege, and we are all on like kind of the same level. So we all work hard. I really like that. I also like that we're so good at it. And I think the fact that we lost so many finals or so many tournaments. I mean, no one lost more tournaments than us, right? Not more tournament finals than us. And we still did not face as many issues as other guilds, kind of speaks for us, I would say. Like, our community is really strong, and we've got a really strong core. Even though it changed so much, it's still really strong, and I'm pretty proud, to be honest.
That's nice to hear. Would you consider then the guild more like, because you are all aiming the same goal with like winning the Siege Tournament, like more like, actually what's the English word for that, Zweckgemeinschaft? Or is it also that you consider that you all got friends over the time because you're every day in touch and working on all your stuff?
A lot changed when we had the community events, right? Because now, before you only speak to people online, and then you see each other, you hang out with each other. Like, for example, I've seen Rax probably about 20 times now. Like you really build a friendship outside of like this online friendship. Because I feel like always like in other games or like in the past, these online friendships, they can also just be done instantly. Like somebody just doesn't like the game anymore, you don't see him anymore, and it just fades away, and that person is gone. You don't speak to them ever again. I think like the community events really helped with just meeting each other, or like the SWC tournaments where everybody, you can really see like also a lot of people, they try to go to the events to meet up. And I think that just adds extra strength to like the friendship, and then having a common goal, and like just have a nice group to hang out with, and also Discord, and being online together, playing Siege, rushing, RTA, whatever.
Or even other games, like outside summon as well.
For me, it's pretty easy. If I wouldn't have like this community of friends, and if I wouldn't have a guild at all right now, I wouldn't probably play the game for much longer. Like, it wouldn't last. Like, I wouldn't keep playing, definitely. If I was just me, by myself, alone, I would have stopped playing the game already, for sure.
I think it's for most of us.
Yeah, it's cute, right? I mean, the game is this year, has its 9th year anniversary, what is actually crazy. How do you feel about this?
I feel old.
We feel old, yeah.
I think no one expected to play that game for that long when
How long are you
started. I think I started in 2015, so it's been pretty much a long time, 8 years. A long journey, but we all met, we won together, we lost together.
We lost against each other.
Yeah.
We were enemies, now we were then friends, then brothers.
And now we're family.
I think that's Lai's last words. I mean, we actually really appreciate that you came all the way to Berlin, and that we gave you also the opportunity to meet each other, also new people who you haven't met yet, also for us to meet you guys. Really enjoyed it a lot to have you here, and I hope it's the same for you.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Birthday to you.
So nice, thank you.